Good morning, friends, and welcome back to the Hobby Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Heather, and thank you for joining me in my kitchen today. Today, we're going to work on a couple different recipes. So let's get started with our day today. Alrighty, friends. So our first recipe we're going to work on is peanut butter honey Cheerio bars. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our bowl. We're going to get our honey and our peanut butter incorporated well together in our bowl. Alrighty, so in my mixing cup, I'm going to do a half a cup of peanut butter. And then we're going to do a half a cup of honey. And we're going to go ahead and give that a well mix. So now that you have your half cup of peanut butter and your half a cup of honey, I'm going to turn my saucepan on medium heat, and I'm going to add my peanut butter to it with my honey mixture. Whoa. And then to this, I want to add 1 teaspoon of olive oil. And what I want to do is get this down to a nice liquidy consistency. That way it mixes well in my Cheerios. And we are using a whole multigrain Cheerio. I'm sure you can use whatever cereal you prefer, but my multigrain Cheerios don't have sugar in them. Alright, so you see how that's getting to a nice wet consistency off the thick consistency that peanut butter has. So we're going to go ahead and call this good. I'm just going to let it sit there for a minute. So in this bowl, I'm going to add 3.5 cups of my Cheerios. And I am using multigrain. We're just going to go ahead and use our measuring cup that had the peanut butter in it. Okay, and then we're going to take our peanut butter honey mixture. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pan or the bowl. You want to make sure that you well incorporate your peanut butter mixture throughout all the cereal. And I'm just using a throwaway pan. You can use an 8x8 or a 9x9. That makes plenty with this batch. So after you get it all packed down, you want to stick it in your refrigerator for a couple hours to cool. Now we're going to get to working on our next recipe. Okay, friends, so instead of Rice Krispies, we're going to make a multi-grain Cheerio Crispy. Next, we're going to turn our pan on medium heat. And since I'm making quite a big batch of this, I'm going to go ahead and use a whole stick of butter and let that get nice and melted down. And then instead of mini marshmallows, I'm just going to use the big marshmallows. Alright, so as you can see, we're getting our butter nice and melted here. I'm going to go ahead and get my marshmallows thrown in. So as many Cheerios as I'm using, I'm going to go ahead and just finish off the second bag too. These ones are already kind of getting melted. I'm going to go ahead and get my marshmallows nice and melted down. After I get them melted down, I am going to put a little bit of vanilla extract in it. It doesn't call for vanilla, but I like to put vanilla in a lot of things that I use. I'm just getting all weekly treats made up for the kiddos here. So as you can see, we're getting the butter and the marshmallows nice and incorporated. This is like the longest part of making Cheerio Krispies, is what I call them. And these are good snacks if you're looking for alternative snacks that don't have sugar in for kids. My Cheerios have absolutely no sugar in them. I'm just constantly keeping it stirred so my butter and my marshmallows don't burn from the bottom of my pan. So as we finish melting this down, I'm going to go ahead and put a teaspoon of vanilla extract just to give it a little bit more flavor. And you want to do this on low because you don't want to burn your marshmallows. I've made the mistake of trying it on high just to get my marshmallows to melt fast, and I have burned them so bad. So I don't want to waste my product that I have, because we all know groceries are expensive anymore. Now what I'm going to do, that's looking pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and take my multi-grain Cheerios. I'm going to start getting them mixed up in my pan. And I will use the whole bag. I just want to get this little bit incorporated first. So we're going to go ahead and get this incorporated. Then we're going to go ahead and get it put into our pan. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to get this all dumped out into this pan. And I'll finish mixing it once I get it into my pan. We all have it pretty much well incorporated here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get this pushed down. And then I'll put it on my table and let it set for a couple hours. This is what it looks like. My kids will be enjoying this. Alrighty, friends. So now that we got those two snack items done, we're going to go ahead and do the Bible verse for today. And then I will be back later on this week to do some more meal prep with you guys. So today's Bible verse for today is Psalms 32:8. It says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. So the Lord will always guide you. He will teach you which way you need to go. Even if you think, should I do this? If he's telling you to go do something, do it. Should I move here? If the Lord's telling you, hey, you need to move here and I will guide you, you will be okay, do it. Always do what the Lord is telling you to do. But until next time, friends, I hope you have a very, very blessed day, and I will see you guys later on this week. Bye.